All right, and we're going.
All right.
All right, and we're good to go. All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pow-wow stream number 10. We are not sad.
Indeed, we are not sad. We are very bright, happy, shiny people.
We are in really good moods. So how's things going, Camel? What, the Clintons already get to you? Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, you kind of muted up for a second there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Let's quit doing the Verizon commercials then. We're not even getting sponsored yet.
I was gonna say, thought the Clintons got to you over there for a minute.
No. Like I said, they don't get this close to Arkansas anymore, so I'm pretty safe.
So how's things been?
Things have been going all right. Got the new dogs settled in. Work's going okay. I haven't had any more new people quit on me. I had one a couple weeks ago. He worked one night with me, and then he's like, "Fuck this job." So, a little bit of a complex. I gotta tell you, it's like I'm not that bad. But apparently, he told the boss that I hollered at him. I was like, "No, that's just my voice." It's like don't do stupid shit, and I won't quote unquote holler at you.
Holler.
But other than that, things have been pretty decent. Just just living the dream. How about you, man? How things going on your end?
Other than having a total meltdown at my job, yeah, things went frickin' nuclear. I had, she's not a, she's like way above a manager. We have the managers, and then we have, like, I don't even know what their title is, but they supervise the supervisors. And she calls me and she's like, "Why am I talking to you right now?" And I'm like, "It's Monday. You don't. I don't even know what's going on." But I guess we had like 3 call-offs, and then we were supposed to send one guy to a different group home, but he was not CPR certified. And if you don't have your certification up to date, you can't work by yourself. And so,
Yeah, I
yeah,
never got CPR certified because I didn't want to have to risk possibly giving CPR to somebody.
yeah, it's less than ideal.
Yeah, it's never a hot chick like in the movies. So, yeah, don't want to risk it. But
yeah, it took us about 45 minutes to get
do you
things
think
sorted.
you think they tried CPR on Epstein?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. You're not supposed to hold the throat when you give CPR, though. Hey, Mr. Monopoly, and how's it going, Foogie?
Yeah, you don't do the chest compressions with your foot.
Yeah, chest does not mean throat.
You know, I didn't think about this until just now. You want to put a link to the Discord in the description?
Oh yeah. Um,
We got fancy, y'all. We got a Discord, Foogie. You
yes.
should join it. No pressure.
Do they have a link to create and send, or do I have to copy it from there?
um, you can, if you want, you can create a permanent link. Um,
Or do I just send what's in the bar?
if you'll go up to the server name in a
Yeah.
little drop down menu, go to invite people,
Ah, okay.
and then if you click set this link to never expire, and then just copy it, you can put it in the description.
Okay.
Because if you don't click that little link, it'll expire in one day, and anybody who watches this after today won't be able to join.
Okay. So I'll send that. I'll put the temporary link in the chat, and then I'll put a permanent link in the description.
Now, I don't know how they do things in Gulf City, Mr. Monopoly, but talking like that about the Clintons in America is a good way to get sad.
Yeah, you don't want to get sad because we're not sad. The Clintons are great
Well,
people.
well, Foogie, you can download Discord on your phone too. I don't have it on my phone because mine's like a 6-year-old potato. But from what I understand, you can put them on a phone.
I do have mine um, on a phone. In fact, I completely forgot that I had it on my phone. Um, yeah, you get a lot of chimes um, when like I was at work and everyone was setting stuff in their notifications, and my phone was going off like it was shorting out. It was a lot of noises.
Mr. Monopoly, are you really recycling memes in the meme rooms, man? Come on now. You posted that one twice already. That's just that's just poor taste. Well, if you're bored, find new memes. Make new memes. I need to organize my meme file. I used to go ahead and put them into different categorized folders, and then I got lazy and I just started like just add it to the meme folder. I'll sort it later. I got to clean that up and then transfer it over to my phone, a copy, because I don't have any memes on my phone.
In fact, my phone has all my memes.
I do most of my web surfing on the computer. The phone is really just for me to like listen to YouTube and make the occasional tweet. Which, speaking of the Twitters, I think I broke 160. Oh well, I've lost 2 followers, but I'm still over 160. Hey hey. What now? I'm curious who's unfollowed me. Now I'm bummed. Oh, I lost a couple of the thought bots,
Ah, yeah, I've lost a couple of those too.
and nothing of value is lost. It was kind of funny that actually pushed me over like 160. Like I had like two or three of them pop up. I was like, ah, here we go again. And then I got actual people to follow me, so I guess I decided to leave. But yeah, man. I guess since we were joking about it earlier, Epstein, fucking Trump's body count is trending again. It's like 18,000 tweets so far, which I mean, it makes it more trending than some of these other trends I'm seeing on my Twitter, like the oh yeah, like the thank you Johnny one only has 3,700 tweets.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been 5 years since Robin Williams died. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. I remember. I think it was. We went to the Emerald City Comic Con before he passed, or after he passed. It was just afterwards. We were listening to it on the way back. Listening to one of his stand-ups on the way back.
Well, Fugi asks, he says, "How you guys been? Shows the newish. I guess that's how's the newest job going, Camel? Job's going all right. Got a promotion, so I'm uh not quite a slave. I'm kind of like an overseer now. I might still get the whip occasionally,
so,
but
so you've gone to
I get to
house.
whip other people as well. So I'd say all in all, it's not too terribly bad. I think there's been a couple new additions to my animal collection since you were last in chat, Fugi. I've got a I've got a Rottweiler now, and I'm enjoying that. It's a lot of fun. People think twice when they knock on my door now. Nothing to add, Johnny.
No, no. I'm
Uh,
I'm kind of distracted by Trump's body count.
that is a picture of Adam Beach I've never seen before, and I hope to never see it again, Mr. Monopoly. Because that's just weird. And you guys do realize that the fry bread in Spain, it doesn't have to be all about fry bread. Like you can put some other it doesn't have to be just native memes. You can make fun of other people too. You got any memes about gingers? I'm trying to think who else. You know what? Offend everybody. How about that? That should be the rule of that room. Just offend everybody. There's nothing wrong with Adam Beach, but that's just a weird photo, and you know it.
Yeah,
Well,
how
that's
is your
good to hear, Foogie.
how is the newborn doing? There, Fugi.
Yeah, man. It's always good to have a little time away from the internet. That's usually what I do. Like that's work. When I go to work, I pretty much stay away from the internet. I might pop in and look around on a break, but there's a good 7.5 hours a day where I don't even look at Twitter, YouTube, nothing. And then I sleep 6 to 12 hours a day. So, I mean, yeah. Healthy and strong. That's all you can ask for.
Nice.
See, now I'm just gonna sit here and request different offensive memes for Mr. Monopoly because he got on those ginger ones pretty fast. Maybe we can lure Monkey into our Discord. You got any midget memes? 4'11" and shorter, man. What you got? Let's see it. That, yeah, that message didn't make any sense. But now, man, see what else is trending? Seductive Sunday. That's about 7,500 tweets. I still don't know if that's really a trend, but okay. There's a picture of a blonde lady, and I mean she's all right looking, but you can't really see the thigh gap, so gonna have to find a different standard other than Jack to judge beauty on here.
How about this one?
What am I looking at here?
I think I got meme sharing on the.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
I love it when a plan falls
Yeah,
short.
that movie, The Hunt. I love it when a plan falls short. That movie, The Hunt. It'll probably get released at some point, and I bet it'll be just dog shit. Because if the satire is that liberal elites are hunting deplorables, uh, you know what? If you want to see a movie with people hunting other people, I recommend The Game. I believe that's what
Surviving
it's
the
called.
game.
Huh?
Surviving the game.
Surviving the Game. Yeah. Ice T, Rucker Hauer, John C. McGinley, F. Murray Abraham. That's a good movie. I like that one. Yeah, from what I've heard about it, uh, it's like liberal elites hunting, and what they call them deplorables. They don't necessarily say Trump supporter outright, but they they allude to it with the deplorable line. So I'm kind of curious, like, all right, you got Trump supporters being hunted by liberal elites. Who's more likely to have been hunting, Trump supporters or liberal elites? That's gonna be a very short movie. that's that's not a bad looking midget, Mr. Monopoly. I would also be inclined. Good for her.
Yeah, I don't think I can check out the things yet without.
Well, the good news is that it's not explicit. But yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to look at it without it showing on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the
That's
shame of Discord.
well, I thought that was the shame of OBS.
Well, either or.
Yeah, he put it in the fry bread room. Oh, I got too many tabs open. Oh, and scrolling through the Seductive Sunday, there's fucking furries in there.
When a midget smokes weed, does he get high or medium?
that that's a good question. Actually, I've never really stopped to think about that one. Oh, and there's big anime titties in this. Oh, that's definitely not safe for viewing. What the hell, people? Why are there why are there dudes on this? That's not cool. All right, got to find a different trend. Why? What? God damn it! This is the trends for the United States. Why is there talk about a football match? Who gives a shit about? Is that Manchester United? Is that Manchester United
For
versus Chelsea?
Seductive Sunday?
No. I got a trend for Chelsea. And at first I thought, it's like, what did that whore do now? Chelsea handler. But no, it's the soccer. It's the footy. Hey Johnny, are you using DuckDuckGo or are you using Google?
I am using DuckDuckGo.
AM Joy. Oh, that's Joy Reid. Okay.
Trending in the USA.
That's an actual quote?
Juan Bisaka.
I have no idea who that is. Here's a quote from Dean Obadala from AM Joy on MSNBC. This is not an administration. This is a regime. The Constitution doesn't matter. What matters is dividing Americans. The essence of fascism. Turn people against each other with no solutions and even a hope for violence. If the Constitution doesn't matter, why are you able to talk on a fake news show about how bad this regime is? I mean, kind of seems like the first thing that would happen, he would make you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's not something he would take lightly.
Oh, I guess this is talking about like the ICE raids in Mississippi, where they pulled nearly 700 illegals out of 7 different food processing plants.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got like 1 or 2 illegal people working in one of those plants, I could see how maybe they slipped through the cracks. You didn't catch their, fake papers or whatever. Okay, fine. You've got 100. That seems like you know what the fuck is up,
Yeah.
But who's this now? Ellie Mistal, executive director, ATL blog, contributor to the Nation, of course. I disagree with people who think there's a moral distinction between people who are excited by the racism versus people who are merely indifferent to it. There is no moral distinction. Children who were orphaned on the streets of Mississippi see no moral distinction. That's just. Okay. Of all the issues that Trump has put forward, immigration is the one that I feel the strongest about. You know? Because let's face it, I'm a half a day's drive from the border. I'm about 12 hours away, and you know we get a ton of people coming up through Oklahoma because I don't know if people know this. We got a couple of different highways, interstates that pretty much go through one, from one side of the country to the other, straight through my state. We've got I-40, we've got Route 66. Uh, so like a lot of drugs and human trafficking actually does come through my state. If I'm not mistaken, Oklahoma City is like a hub for the distribution of people and drugs.
Actually, when I worked at our highway patrol as a dispatcher,
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh yeah, well since you've gotten some training in, why don't you try a couple calls?" First call I get
First
is
one was in Spanish, wasn't it?
first. Yeah, they were speaking in Spanish. Wasn't speaking English, and so they're like, "Okay, well we're just gonna run this guy's, information." He was thinking he was a Californian, and
No,
they
what I
ran
think is
his name,
funny
and
is,
he was like a fake ID,
mm,
and the guy, he's like, "Yeah, I think the name popped up as Chester," and he goes, he's like, "You want to know my first hint that this guy wasn't a Chester?" I don't think I've ever met a Mexican named Chester.
oh no,
And so yeah, they brought him in, and turns out it was like they had like um I think it was like 30 pounds of marijuana on him.
oh yeah, like there was one old girl who came up from Mexico, got busted, uh, somewhere in my county. This was years ago, like my early 20s, and she got busted with like 40 pounds. So I mean, not like super huge amount, but like still, it's like, bitch, what are you doing with 40 pounds of weed? And I was like, fuck it, let her go. She's kind of cute and she brought party favors. Let her stay. Kick the rest of them out.
Yeah.
But but yeah, man, I'm getting kind of sick of it. I got folks coming in my store that they're not even trying to speak English to me. And it's like, okay, I did take Spanish in school, but like here's the problem I have with like the way they teach Spanish in school. Until I got to college, they taught you Spanish like you were gonna go to fucking Spain.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, all right, like I've met a couple of Spaniards, cool folks, whatever, but like I'm probably never gonna go to Spain. They're probably never gonna come to Oklahoma. That shit's not gonna work out. For me, it's kind of like if you took a bunch of Chinese exchange students and you were gonna send them to Africa, but first you dropped them off in Harlem to learn Ebonics, and then sent them to Africa. It makes no goddamn sense. So I'll get people coming up, to me like, they could be Mexican, they could be Honduran, Guatemalan, Nicaraguan. I don't fucking know. And guess what? They all speak Spanish differently.
I'm gonna invite some people.
Like, and I'm sitting there just trying to I'm just nodding and smiling. It's like I don't understand a fucking word you're saying.
Yeah.
Once you got past hola, it was real funny though, because I had this one lady and her daughter came in. They were looking for razors, but they kept saying it in Spanish, and I'm like, so they start pantomiming like they're shaving their face. I was like, oh, razors. And they had me repeat it like 3-4 times to try and get their pronunciation right. And so I walk them over to where, like the razors and the shaving cream and all that stuff is, and I show them. And I flipped this lady out because I pointed at the lady's razors and I said, ¿Cómo se dice en español? She's like, you speak Spanish? I was like, no, bitch. I just know how to ask you how to say that in English. But yeah. And what's really funny is, I mean, I've told you that story about working at the Travel Plaza, how I'd have to ask them for their tribal membership card for them to get their uh, no tax deal. And so they'd always ask, what, do I look Mexican to you? Like, yeah, show me the fucking card. Kinda. But now it's like the opposite. It's like I start trying to speak English and I was like, what, do I look Indian to you? Yeah, motherfucker, you do. You know enough English to get offended. Like, what do you want me to do about it, man? Shit. Like, I went to Oklahoma public schools. I barely speak English. You want me to speak Spanish now? I mean, the one good thing I can say, though, is at least they're not French. I think we can
Oh.
all agree on that. I get someone in there trying to speak French to me. I'm gonna smack them in the face with a baguette. I don't care. I mean that'll be the most spectacular way I can quit a job. I had one job working at a hotel. This is probably my favorite story of ever getting fired. I got fired from working the front desk overnight, and it was a boring job. So like I'd get all my work done like in the first 2 hours of my shift, not have anything to do for like the next 4.5-5 hours before I started getting breakfast ready in the morning. So I just was sitting there playing around the computer, and apparently the computer was only for work stuff, which they didn't tell me that shit. I had one of the other clerks who trained me. She pretty much did the same damn thing, but she got to keep her job. So the guy calls me in. Like first of all, it was my day off, and I got called in to come to work because somebody else couldn't make it. So I go and I stop. I stop off, get me something to eat. I show up to work early so I can chill and eat and everything before my shift starts. And the dude calls me in with one of the other managers, and so I'm sitting there with my food in my work clothes in this office. I'm like, this isn't good. They don't call you into the office and close the door, to give you a raise. So I'm like, fuck it. I've got a burger and fries, and I hate eating cold fries, so I just started munching. And so he's sitting there trying to talk to me, and I'm nodding along, eating my fries, and it finally pisses him off. He's like, would you stop eating those goddamn fries? I was like, dude, you're in the middle of firing me. Why should I put my dinner on hold?
So I know where this talk is going.
Yeah. I don't need a map or anything drawn for me. I know where the door is, and you're about to show me anyway, so...
I walked in to an office once, and the guy's like, "Oh, why don't you have a seat?" And I turn around and I shut the door, and
Oh, dude, he Chris Hansen'd you?
I sat down, and I'm just like, he goes, "Why'd you shut the door?" And I'm like, "Because I'm either getting talked to about something, or I'm in trouble, or you want me to rat on someone." And he goes, "Well, I want to know."
But he Chris Hansen'd you. Why don't you have a seat?
Yeah.
Any if somebody tells you that out of the blue, I treat that like when your woman says we need to talk. Shit's going south real fast.
Yeah. Turns out that we did something that was against his personal rules,
Oh yeah.
and he was well, sort of wants the Discord.
So what now?
I am I've invited people. Sort of Luna wants the Discord.
She's in the Discord. Or she wasn't on the stream, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her to get on Discord, and then we'll pull her into the stream.
It's like, what Discord are you in? Like, what other Discord would we be in?
Send her to Bears.
Yeah.
Or better yet, send her to Gutenberg's. I don't see anybody in there right now. But yeah, that is a. Hey Johnny.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe that's not live. Okay, never mind. I guess I accidentally paused the stream earlier because it was showing just the Discord invite link. It's gone now. Never mind. False alarm.
No, I brought it up. I put it up, and then yeah, she's saying she can't get in.
She can't get into the Discord?
Apparently not.
Huh.
And I don't know how this works, so that is on you. Like, just flashing some advertising.
Well, I went ahead and sent her another invite link. Oh, that sent the link to the that sent the link to the naughty room.
Yeah, don't want to send.
I guess that's the room I was in when. Yeah, she's not even logged in on Discord right now. So I don't know what the issue is, man.
All right, and Hammer wants the link too. To which I am lost as to how.
Oh, the joys of being a co-host.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Right, Sora should be joining us momentarily.
Okay, and same with Hammer.
There she is.
There's the. God, I love that. Join the Trail of Tears.
And Mr. Monopoly says that 5-card draw is broken on the casino bot.
Broken or constantly beating you?
Hello.
Hey, Sora.
It worked.
You're in. Yeah, I got the hammer on his way here too.
Dude, I think I see what the problem is, man. Um, when you type in the command for 5 card draw, just put 100. You don't have to put it 3 different times. That's probably what's fucking you up. Well, dude, you're playing Texas Hold'em right now. Nobody else is joining. Yeah. When you're playing like the poker games, you need other people to play. Like if you're just playing by yourself, like blackjack, roulette, stuff like that will work just fine for one player. But like poker or something like that, you're gonna need somebody else to join. That's what your problem is. It's not broken. You just have an addiction.
It's not
only
broken.
you that are broken.
Yeah. Yeah, so how are things going, Sora?
Very good. I'm on vacation. So, yeah, I'm just getting ready to go to a bridal shower. So I'll probably be able to join you guys for a little bit, but not too long because then I have to get my hair done.
Well, we've got a hard out anyway. I've got work today, so probably go for another hour and a half. And then I'm gonna hop off of here, get me something to eat, and get ready for work.
Well, Lottie frickin' God!
Sweet Christ, that was loud.
Well, that's Chris Farley for you.
Ow.
I know, right? It's loud. So I try to keep the volume on my sound pad around half.
And that's the top right bar on sound
Yeah.
pad? Okay.
Yep. And Hammer has joined the server.
Sweet.
So.
Oh, you have me 6 in the server.
Bloody
level bot.
Yeah, blame Della for that one. The ones I thought of were the music bot and the casino bot. So.
Yeah, everything else is pretty much delays.
Well, he implemented all of the bots because I'm technologically retarded. I just came up with the ideas for what I wanted to do, and he made them happen. But he was he also came up with a few of the names for stuff. Meanwhile, Johnny hasn't done shit.
No, I just host the streams.
That's all you need to do, man. So.
See, even the dog agrees with me.
What is that? I swear that hound cannot make up her mind whether she wants to be in or out. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, so are you just starting your vacation, or are you just...
It's my second day, so I arrived yesterday. So I guess technically starting it today, I suppose like the first night that you sleep in a place is your vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here for a friend's wedding and a break from work.
Yeah, most of my vacations are just a break from work, which is enough.
the Friday, my last Friday, before
What is this
thing.
vacation that you speak of?
It's
I'm
a different
intrigued.
language. Yeah, I was so tempted to blow it off though. I'm like, coming home after work on Friday, I was like, you know what would be really nice? A week of just staying in bed and not actually going anywhere. But then I would piss off my friend a bit too much for not showing up to her wedding.
There's always the next one.
Oh God. Like, yeah, I know you spent a lot of money for this one. Welcome to your next one. It's fine.
Now, whenever I think of stories, think of weddings, I think of that one story that they read on Lords of the Night and Ghost Poo. I think if I was that husband, I'd just go ahead and ask for an annulment that day.
The lady with the unfortunate bowel issue.
Yes, that's. I don't know which was funnier, listening to the guys on the Ghost Poo reading it or listening to Scribe read it.
I must have missed that one because I know which one you're talking about, but it wasn't brought up to me on from Lords of the Night or the Ghost Poo. My girlfriend actually found
Sorry?
that.
Oh, so Johnny, the settings for the stream chat worked just the way I intended them to.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Hammer, how's it going? Nope, he's still muted.
So what did you have going on?
Oh, both Sora and Hammer had trouble getting. There's like, I can't get into the voice chat. I was like, I know.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
not a bug. That's a feature.
Well, you see, the thing is, he's like, "Oh, we're in the Discord." I'm like, "There is nobody in any of the voice channels," and I'm like, "I don't think anyone is here. Where am I supposed to go?" They're like, "Just in," and you were like, "Just click general." I'm like, "Okay." I am suspicious.
It's the maze.
Mr. Monopoly, if you need more money for your gambling addiction, you can vote for the bot on its Discord page. Just go down here to the casino, and I'll show you the command. All right. Click on that link, and it'll send you to go vote on the bot, and that should give you, I don't know how much more to play with. And if I'm not mistaken, you can do that. I think once a day. I'm not. I don't remember if this one is I think you can have. I think there's like a daily bonus, an hourly bonus, a weekly bonus.
Yeah, that's beyond me because.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's a daily reward, weekly reward, and no, I guess it's just a daily one.
I just found out that there are levels on Steam.
There are, huh?
Yeah,
I don't spend that much time on Steam actually. I just play the games I've already got.
I'm a level.
I'm level 33.
I'm level 2.
I spent 2 summers collecting cards and like getting virtual knickknacks that you'll never see again because I'm that kind of person where I need to collect things. It's bad. It's my form of addiction.
Yep, I got Terry's level 60. You're also a level 2.
Yeah, but he owns like half of Steam, so I'm not surprised. Now you're gonna make me curious what my level is on Steam.
It's 2.
Oh, well, at least I don't have to go look now. Yeah, I have no idea what this whole push to talk thing is about because I've not had any issue with the chat. So
I don't know. But it wouldn't let you. It wouldn't remove the mute until you switched over.
well, blame Canada because, like I said, that's all Della.
Oh, okay. I blame Della for he's not here, so I can.
Exactly. You know what I just thought of since we were talking about Steam? I've only been playing like 3 games that I've got on Steam so far. I might go back and start playing Civ 5 again. Haven't played that one in a while.
Yeah, I haven't tried Civilization 5. I think I've played Civilization 3.
Yeah, I tried playing Civ 3. I think it was 3. Isn't that the one where you have Abraham Lincoln for the United States?
I'm not sure. God, it was so long ago. I don't even remember. All I remember is being the Aztecs and attacking the next town over with nuclear weapons.
Is there one with aliens?
I don't remember. I don't think there isn't. I don't think there isn't Civ 5.
Are you enabling his gambling addiction?
I might be.
I had to mute your casino because it kept popping all sorts of notifications.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have muted on this server too. Because it's either Mr. Monopoly or Della playing in there. I'll pop in and play like a hand of blackjack or something like that every now and then. So looks like Hammer won't be able to join us because he's not changing his configuration to match our server.
Ah, it is unfortunate.
That is. Especially since I don't know what our server's configuration is. Where's our tech support when we need them?
Alright, where's Dale Hazed? Right there.
There, I told him who to blame. So he's aware.
It's probably working.
I think he's on your time zone, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, he probably just went in for, I guess, the lunch rush.
Yeah, it's 11:45 here.
But no, man. Let's see. That's an interesting. It's an interesting take.
What's that?
Oh, Shu posted somebody's tweet. Leftists who grew up in conservative households and, quote, converted as adults should accept they're always going to be behind people who didn't. You are permanently, materially disadvantaged and stuck on training wheels. Recognizing this is vital. It's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Wait, repeat. So you grew up in a conservative household.
Yeah, a leftist who grew up conservative but converted to leftism as an adult.
It's not a religion. That's a weird
it is
turn
to
of phrase.
them.
I guess so.
I like Prospero's response. I'm a little tired, but that can't be why this absolutely makes no damn sense.
Yeah.
I'm with her on that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Monopoly. I mean, play smarter. Learn to count some cards, man.
Count cards against an AI. If you can do that, take over the world is your next step.
Well, no, like blackjack. You gotta learn. You gotta learn how to count the cards. I I used to go to the casino around here. My mom used to work at it back in the day. Mama Camel was the eye in the sky, which is part of the reason why I don't ever go to the casino, because the few times that I did, if she was working, I would always get hassled by security. Like they come over to the blackjack table I was at, and they're like, "Your mom wants to know why you went ahead and hit on that last hand." It's like, you tell her to mind her own damn business. It's
That's
like, well,
hilarious. So she was heckling you from like security booth.
yeah. She was heckling,
That's such a
me from
mom
the other
thing.
side of the casino.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So.
But not
Which-
even that. She got minions to do the actual physical heckling for her. I love her. She's the best.
Yeah, it was hilarious in retrospect, but I'm sitting there like, damn it, I'm sitting here trying to count cards. Tell that bitch to shut up.
Holy crap.
But what's up?
You can buy a mouse with a real spider inside of it. I just have a picture.
Oh, you mean a computer mouse? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was pausing too. I was like,
That took me a second.
Yeah, here's the picture of it. On the screen share. Am I screen sharing? I don't even know if I'm screen sharing.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's weird. They could have made it more elegant, and then a bit nicer, because you can get like really cool. What are those paperweights with like scorpions and stuff in them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I mean that's. I mean, I guess if you like spiders, that's cool. Personally, I don't want anything in my mouse that doesn't actually make it work better. Oh no, I think he's asking like where we are doing the chat from the Discord in.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Because if you don't have the permission to be in here, you can't see it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Unless Johnny or Della or I pull you into this particular room. So.
All right, here's another one.
Bobby. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, that's precious. Oh my goodness. Oh.
It's a good palate cleansing.
Oh, oh my god, that's so cute.
Like a young Spuds McKenzie.
A younger,
I
taller
have that dog.
Spuds McKenzie.
Like I have that breed, which we have two of them, Mickey and Minnie. They're bull terriers.
Yeah.
I love those dogs.
Now, a lady came into the store yesterday and she had a bulldog with her, and it like hinted at me, and then it's like, I'm not don't touch me. Like, and then I had to like get on the ground, and it came over and sniffed my hand, and once it sniffed my hand, it was like, okay, now you can pet me.
No, what gets me is, do you know how many people are walking around with like just any breed of dog trying to say they're a service animal so they can bring them in anywhere?
Yeah.
I had one lady with a puppy. Couldn't have been more than 3 months old. She's walking around with it in her hand in my store. You know, her puppy, and her boyfriend. And I'm just like, so what's up with the puppy? Oh, this is my service animal, you know, for my anxiety. I was like, yeah,
There's a kitty.
I'm not super up to date on like the ADA, and oh my god, that's horrifying.
He's a cute cat. Poor thing, though. Has no fur.
Oh, that's what happens when you bring them out of cryostasis.
Yeah, that's I think it's a Sphinx.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, she's walking around with this puppy. And it's like, oh, this is my service animal for my anxiety. And it's like, bitch, your boyfriend is standing right next to you. Why do you need an animal?
He's the reason she has anxiety.
But it's like, you know, this dog obviously had not been through any kind of training, didn't have any kind of identification showing it as a service animal. It's just a fucking puppy in her hand.
Why couldn't you have just said, like, oh, is it okay if I bring the dog in? I mean, at 3 months, they don't have all their shots, so you kind of need to have them off the ground in case they have, like, parvo or whatever around, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it would be
But
more
it's just
believable
the
than...
fact that it's just the fact that, you know, it's like, we sell food here, woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't get paid to clean up puppy piss. But by the same token, I don't get paid to clean up human piss either, and I still have to do that from time to time, so. Apparently, I came to work the other day. Somebody shit in the floor.
What?
Yep.
Good lord.
I don't know if they just didn't make it to the bathroom, or if they just went ahead and just said fuck it. But yeah, my boss was complaining about that when I got to work. She's like, I had to clean up shit. I was like, better you than me.
I had to do that, unfortunately. Well, I work at a doctor's office, so we've had to do that a couple of times, especially with older patients that no longer have continency. So that was a fun first month at work. But
I'm gonna say right now, the day that I can't wipe my own ass or make it to the bathroom on time, that's the day that I go into that good night.
yeah. It's really sad because obviously you're not mad at them because you'd be an asshole to be mad at them in that particular situation. It's just holy anything. I don't want to be. That is just it is sad. It is just, I think it's one of the worst things, and especially when you're all in the right mind, because lots of patients are. It's not like they have dementia or Alzheimer's or something where their actual self is gone, right? That's one of the reasons they need help or something. No, this is like a fully okay, just old person with health issues, and I think that's the worst thing ever, because you're old there, you understand, like your pride is probably hurt, all this sort of stuff is just gone because you're put in this sort of weakened position and you get pity from people. I mean, that must suck.
Yeah, one of the group homes I work at, I had to write on the board, and I'm like, I've cleaned everyone's toilets in this place. 99% no worse bathroom have I ever cleaned than the staff bathroom. It is far worse in there than any of the other client bathrooms.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I see what Hammer's talking about with the, okay. Change that real fast. Can you view it? Yes.
Should I send him the permanent link?
No. He was talking about how you got to do push to talk.
Oh.
So I finally found the settings and I changed that for both the general and for this one.
Oh, there he is.
So
Guess what?
Hey, there he is.
You went to Della Hayes to configure your Discord server.
Hey, he was awake, and Johnny and I were doing this on the fly since they got rid of Hangouts.
You need to hit up either Weibo or Reject if you want to set up a server. They are a crack team when it comes to this kind of stuff. Their servers are invulnerable to being hacked. It's just they are on another level when it comes to Discord servers. Those two, especially Reject, because Reject taught Weibo. So if you're concerned about anybody coming on here and spamming you or giving you a hard time or that kind of stuff, those guys know how to protect you.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to hit them up here one of these days.
Yeah.
She'll be happy to help. I'll tell you right now. Reject kind of finds it to be fun.
It sounds like it'd be fun if you have the skill, because it's sort of like, oh, how can I mess up someone's day by not giving them access, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like all sorts of wizardry you can do.
It's like when you join their servers, it comes up and says, you have to accept our rules. So type in the word accept. And then once you type in accept, you can join channels.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day. I was like, have I done this yet? I don't remember this being here when I joined the server. And so I tried it, and I got like 2 or 3 different people like, haven't you already done that? I was like, I don't know. Just thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, it's a bot that sits in there and gives you no access until you actually type that in. Then if you do something against the server, you typed in accept, so that puts in the position of legality because you typed in
Yeah.
accept.
That's very smart.
Yep.
Yeah, talk about adding that in, but no, we just, like I said, they're getting rid of Hangouts. We tried Skype, and for some reason it won't let me talk.
Interesting.
Yeah, like on my
Try
end,
StreamYard?
we looked at it. We didn't actually try it.
Minions is successfully using it. 5 of our people use it, and
Yeah,
Monkey
monkeys.
uses.
Yeah. I was gonna say monkeys successfully using it.
Yeah. If you have the bandwidth, you have to check your upstream bandwidth. But if you have the bandwidth, OBS is a great option too.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why we went ahead with this, because Johnny's already using the OBS. So
Oh, are we broadcasting?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
did he not tell you that we were live when he sent you the
No.
invite?
Didn't tell me either. Johnny.
Oh yeah. By the way.
They're like, hey, you want to chat? Like, sure, let's chat. Oh, it's a stream.
Of course, that is the problems with notifications as well. So
Yeah, it's using my. I forgot on Discord to change my icon, my avatar. It's still the old one. That was done by Farzusmi from the Minions group. Did my old avatar.
One of these days, I need to see about getting her. Like, there's a couple of folks that I want to commission art from, and she's one of them.
Yeah, Kayra's another.
Well, I was wanting to get like her and Kefki
Yeah,
for different
this-
things.
hit up Mr. Adam too.
Hmm.
His stuff is like comic book quality. It's pretty. Holy shit!
Let's check
Speak,
out the art section. His doodles are amazing.
Yeah,
speaking of comic book quality, Grisella is another one that I want to get.
they're gazellas. No, sorry, I'm a Star Trek guy. That means something different to me.
Grizz.
Grizz, yes. Um, he's got that one of Polly sitting there with his smoking jacket by the fireplace reading his comics. I was like, that is cool.
The name strikes a chord with me because I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and there's an episode of Star Trek where there's a planet that has humans on it that's not supposed to have humans on it, and the people that own the planet are coming to uh, settle the planet, and they don't believe in human life, so they're just going to wipe everybody out and not care. And Picard's, all up in arms. He's like, "You can't do that. Blah 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 blah. Give us 3 weeks, and we'll move everybody off of there for you." And they're like, "No, not waiting 3 weeks." So he says, "Well, pursuant to our agreement, I'm going to invoke a third party to arbitrate our dispute." And these guys say, "Okay, who do you want?" He says, "The Grisellas." He says, "They'll be out of hibernation in 6 months. We can wait until then if you'd like." And they're like, all right, you got your 3 weeks.
That's
So yeah, the Grisellas. That's what popped in my head when you said that. So
Well, I mean, now that you mention it, he may be a Star Trek fan too. Maybe he took that name for that reason. I
maybe
don't know.
it is an odd name. I don't know of any comic books or fantasy or anything like that that has that name. So maybe it is a
Oh
Star
well,
Trek
no,
fan.
he's a comic book artist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know of any comic books that use that name. I'm not a huge comic book fan, but I'm somewhat literate. Really, the comic book fans obviously would be Polly and Quiz and
Now that was
Jack.
you said Picard, so that's what, Next Generation?
Yep.
Okay. See, I'm not a huge Star Trek guy, but I know the difference between Picard and Kirk, and Mr. Monopoly was confused. That's why I was asking. He was
Yeah.
asking, is that the planet that has the Native Americans where Kirk has a native wife and family? I'm going to say that's a no, Mr. Monopoly.
No, that was the original series. That was Miramonte and Kurok were the whole thing. But that was different. That was an asteroid that was coming to hit the planet, and there was a pylon on the planet that was acting as its deflector, but it was broken. And the Enterprise crew had to fix it to push the asteroid out of the way. That's a whole different thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a pretty good episode. The girl who played Miramonte was just stunningly gorgeous. I don't remember the name of it though. It's funny how you can't. Sometimes you can remember names of episodes, and then other times you just can't pull it out. Just can't pull it out.
Like the only Star Trek I've really watched, I've watched some episodes of the original series,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember as a kid when I'd go and visit my dad, before bed we'd end up watching like some, I guess it was reruns of TNG,
Sure.
because I remember Picard.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I haven't watched any of the other stuff, so I'm completely clueless when folks start talking about Trek.
Yeah.
Because I end up asking that question. It's like, so was that Kirk or Picard? That was
Yeah.
neither. It's like, okay, well, you lost me
Yeah.
then.
Every series has their the people who like that series. Like if you get 10 people in a room who know something about Star Trek and ask them who their favorite captain is, you'll get 2 people of each captain. Nobody seems to be able to pick a clear winner kind of deal. So that's
Yeah,
that.
like everything I've picked up about Star Trek has really been listening to other people. Like I know Cisco was Deep Space Nine.
Right.
That's from
my
Razor
other-
Fist.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Polly go back and forth all the time. He's a Trek fan too. And he believes Kirk's the best captain. I believe Picard's the best captain. Everybody has their own take on those shows, so I give a lot of credit to TOS, because if TOS wasn't so good, there wouldn't have been all these other series. So
All right, as someone who's completely in the dark. I think I can. I think I can arbitrate this argument between you and Polly.
I
Which captain slept with more aliens?
But
don't think Picard slept with any aliens. The only person he ever
Kirk's the
slept
winner.
with, the only person he slept with was Vosh, and she was human. So, on the other hand, more people died under Kirk's command than under Picard. So, don't know if I want to be on Kirk's crew. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
if you had a red shirt, you were fucked.
Yep.
For the
Exactly.
longest time, that's literally all I knew about Star Trek. Just don't get caught wearing the red shirt, and you're okay.
It's a trope for science fiction, not just Star Trek, but for most, is that, before the break or before they call the first cut, before the commercial comes in, somebody has to die to make the circumstance seem serious.
Oh yeah.
So that was a trope that Trek used quite effectively. They didn't really do it that often in TNG, but in the original series, yeah, somebody in a red shirt was bound to die right away.
You know, I was reading a book a little while ago called Space by a guy named James Mincher. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that one.
No, tell me about it.
It's a historical fiction of the space race,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts with Operation Paperclip,
Mm-hmm.
where we had our OSS guys going into Nazi Germany to get their scientists
Right.
before the Russians got there.
Right.
And it follows, from Operation Paperclip up through, like the moon landing.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually mention different science fiction stories because one of the characters is a big sci-fi reader. And so I've been thinking about going down to the library and trying to find like that collection of different sci-fi stories to read through. Because I haven't made a trip to the library here lately, and I'm starting to get the itch again. Especially since we're talking about sci-fi now.
Mm.
Like my favorite sci-fi story that I can think of off the top of my head would probably be "To Serve Man."
Mm.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one.
Yeah, that's the where they mistranslate the book.
Oh yeah. It's a translator for the United Nations, Hammer. That's the main character in the story, and aliens finally come and visit Earth, and they make their presence known, and they give all these great advancements, help curing disease and everything. And the translator gets his hands on a copy of one of their books called "To Serve Man."
Yeah, I think I heard about this.
And well, I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and spoil it. It's like a 50-year-old story.
Yeah,
But,
I've heard this story, I think.
Yeah, he's reading through it, and he finally figures out the translation. And as everyone's going to get on the ship to go visit the alien homeworld, he's running up to like, "It's a cookbook! It's a cookbook!"
And so
I've heard.
that's awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Of all the things.
well,
could be.
the last scene is the guy who was trying to get out, and he stopped eating and all that. And he looked at the camera and he's like, just whatever you do, don't do this. And then he starts eating.
But yeah, so I might have to go check out the sci-fi selection they've got, and I always hit up the military history section when I'm going to the library, because especially like the all the modern military history they've got, like from Afghanistan and Iraq and whatnot. There are some good stories that they've got in those books. A lot of those guys have a hilarious sense of humor. Like I read, it's not the guy that's famous for shooting Bin Laden. It was one of the other guys that supposedly was on that raid.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling a story about them doing counterterrorism training in an abandoned hotel in Miami. And while they're clearing out the different floors of this hotel, running their drills, they come into this one room where they find a giant black double dong, which they took as a souvenir from this abandoned fucking motel.
This is now the symbol of our platoon.
Kind of, sort of. They decided to call it the Staff of Power. And they would take pictures like Polaroid pictures of it in different places, like maybe like it's in one guy's chemical gas mask, just curled up like a snake, or in some other piece of equipment. And he said he was in his team room one day, because they have like a lounge section. They've got their locker rooms where they've got all their equipment and stuff. They've got briefing rooms, and they have like this little lounge, a team room, where they've got snacks and drinks and all this other stuff. TVs to play video games, couches, whatnot. And he says he's sitting there in the team room munching on a box of animal crackers. And he gets about halfway down the box, he finds a Polaroid of the Staff of Power in the animal crackers. And he's like, I've never touched a box of animal crackers since. I was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't either, man. But yeah, they've got some funny stories in those military, biographies and whatnot. Don't know how much of it is legit, but it's entertaining.
Oh, they did their job then. They wrote an entertaining book.
But then you'll go through and you'll read some of those other books, and they'll just piss you off. Like there's one, I don't remember who wrote it, but it's the title of the book's called Cobra 2, talking about the invasion of Iraq. And something that they pointed out in this book that I didn't think about until reading it, because I read it when I was probably, what was it, 19, 20, 21-ish? And they said when the Allies were, when the United States was planning its invasion of Europe for World War II, they spent 2 years on rebuilding Europe, planning the rebuild after they won the war. Guess how much time they spent on that for Iraq?
Very little.
Try 0.
Wow.
I mean, kind of makes sense why it all fell to shit, huh? Like, yeah, we didn't plan on, picking up the pieces afterwards.
Yeah.
So, anybody got anything else to talk about before I just keep rambling on about different military books I've read?
Well, you had me with science fiction books. The last science fiction book I wrote was short stories by Isaac Asimov, and he did I think
That's the guy that wrote I, Robot, isn't it?
No, it's Philip Dick.
That was Philip K. Dick?
Yes, Minority Report. All those things are all Philip K. Dick.
It's the Foundation series is by Asimov.
Yeah, he did a book of like 12 or 13 short stories, and I read it when I was a kid, and a couple of the stories stuck with me. I still remember them, but I haven't been able to find the actual book online, Amazon, none of that kind of stuff. And one of the stories was about a guy who crash landed on an alien planet, and it's all desert, and he's pretty much screwed. It's like Mars, and he's walking around, and he finds this area that looks like a Roman. It's marble floors with columns, and it looks very Roman, and obviously built by somebody else, some alien race. And he approaches it, and he can hear like this screeching noise in the background, really harsh kind of thing. It's terrible screeching noise. He's like, oh my god. He says, I'm I'm all, beat up from the crash, and I'm hungry and thirsty. And now I have to listen to this. So he gets onto this, uh, it's almost like a small city kind of deal. And after exhaustion, he finally just falls down on the ground. And there's breathable air, so he can breathe, but that's the only plus to this whole thing. And he wakes up after a short period of sleep, and where his face is, there's a small puddle of water. And he like sticks his tongue out, and it tastes like water, and he slurps it up, and he's like, that's refreshing. And when he's done drinking, the area that had the water crumbles into dust. And he's like, well, that's weird. And then he goes around exploring, and that's screeching noises in the background the entire time. And he finds these areas that look like feeding troughs. Like you could go into it and you could stick your mouth in it, it would give you food. So he sticks his mouth in, and food comes out. And he's like, wow, this is great. And he tastes the food, and it's poison. It's like, and he's throwing up, all this kind of stuff. He's like, that was awful. But he finds another trough, and he tries that one, and something different comes out, and he tries that, and it's just as bad. It's not poison, but it's just horrible tasting. So after a day goes by without food or water again, he passes out. He wakes up, and there's a small amount of water where he was, just like last time. So he drinks the water. As soon as he drinks the water, the area underneath it crumbles. And he realizes that this area, this dais, or whatever you want to call it, is trying to keep him alive. It's trying to feed him, but it can't give him the things that he needs because he's human and it wasn't built for humans. So it keeps giving him water, but it kills itself by giving him the water. It's keeping him alive at its own. So he keeps trying troughs until he can find something that's edible. And finally he tries a trough and he's able to eat what's in it. And it's not particularly tasty. He says it tastes like chalk or something like that, or cardboard or something like that. But he's able to eat it and keep it down. And this happens over like a 3 or 4 day period where he alternatively gets small amounts of water to keep him alive, plus this meal that he's getting that seems to work okay. And then after the 6th day, he goes into convulsions and he passes out. And when he wakes up, he's a lizard. Suddenly the sound is no longer a screech, it's a violin, and every trough feeds him exactly what he feels he needs. The meal that he was eating was converting him into a different species.
Cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the only I can remember. There was also one about some kind of paint that was self-replicating. So if you painted something, it would keep painting itself until that area was covered. Just dip a little bit on, and it would finish it. And he gets the guy who's telling the story gets some on himself.
Yeah, I was like, where's the twist?
Yeah, he gets some on himself. So he has to figure out how to keep it from, because it starts to get into his orifices, and it's coming up on his face, and it's getting near his mouth, and he's like, yeah, that was a good story too. I don't remember much more about it than that, but I remember it was a great story. I love science fiction. You can do anything you want with science fiction.
What was that author's name again? Isaac
Asimov. Yeah.
Asimov. He wrote about robotics, didn't he? That's why I'm thinking he did iRobot.
That was definitely. I'll check it again, but I'm pretty sure iRobot was.
Oh no, I'm not doubting that I was wrong about iRobot, but for some reason I've got his name connected to robotics.
Yeah, iRobot was Isaac Asimov.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. You're right. I'm looking at it now. It was Isaac Asimov. He wrote the 3 rules
Yeah, that's why I was.
for robotics.
Yeah.
I did like the movie. I've never read the book.
The movie was okay.
It was fun. It was more like a popcorn flick,
Yeah.
Although, like, more and more every day, I feel like Will Smith in that movie.
There's some good parts to
Wearing
that
my
movie.
chucks and not liking like the self-driving cars and everything.
Taking showers with no shower curtain.
No,
Sora remembers that part. Don't you?
No, my cats have pretty well ripped it to shreds, but I still have a shower curtain.
I have a cubicle shower, and it is hilarious because if my dogs get in to the bathroom when I want to take a shower, they're very concerned that there's this barrier that's preventing them from saving me from the water. Then I'll open it and say, "You can come in," and they're like, "Shit, it's wet."
Yeah.
And this is how you make your dogs conflicted. Do I save you or do I stay dry?
Yeah, I just realized that I didn't have any of the permissions set on any of the voice channels for people to be able to view them. So now you should be able to see the drum circle and the talking stick.
That's what I meant when I told Johnny I don't think I have permissions to see because like nobody was anywhere.
Yeah, there weren't any permissions set up for anybody to view them.
To view what?
Oh, this room that we're in talking, like nobody could see it because nobody had permission for it except for me, Johnny, and Della.
Oh, well, that's interesting. When I first joined, I saw the room and I saw you guys in it, but I couldn't join. But I could join general, and you can drag me in.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even see.
I think it's because I think I switched to be able to view channel after Sora came in.
Gotcha.
But then I realized I needed to put the voice activity on there too when you were saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I before setting this up, I wasn't on Discord very much. I would just go through and see the links people posted in other Discords for videos and whatnot. Which I have found Discord is very good at telling you that somebody's started a stream or posted a video. They're much better than YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's excellent. Most of the time, I only get notifications from Discord.
I turned all my Discord notifications off because I belong to too many servers, so I'd be just getting spammed all day long. So. I've got a couple of servers of my own, and then there's Minions, and Weibo's got a couple of servers. The Two Girls One Stream server and her server, and then a lot of Minions have their own server. Reject's got a couple of servers. Jason Jet's got a server. Eve's got a server. And then the whole Jack Kunsky crew, Tartanist, all those guys, they have a server. Frosted Glass has a server. So your boy Pat. There's so many servers out there. I'm glad they put server folders in so you can manage them, but I'm just on too many.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I have notifications on. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm on 7 different ones right now, counting this one.
1, 2, 3.
My alarm going off to make sure that I'm awake.
I'm on 26 servers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on servers that like I'm on Gutenberg server.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm on.
I'm on an IP server. I'm on some. I mean, I used to belong to a guild in World of Warcraft. I'm on their server, so there's a couple servers in here that that no one else is going to be on.
Yeah.
How many you have? Sorry.
25.
25. Hey, yeah.
25.
I don't feel so bad.
When did I join? Mind you, it's this. There's a couple. It's just like, oh, friends. So I'm joined a couple that I'm not active at all in, but I don't want to leave because I'll feel bad. And then I have a couple when I used to do D&D, but time difference and didn't have enough time, so that's still there, even though I haven't talked to them in like a year. And then my Lotro guild. Johnny, you have to get in some more. Get at least 10.
Well, that
Well,
involves
Mr.
actually
Monopoly's got us
being
all
on
beat.
Discord.
Oh
On
wow.
40 plus, according to him.
Yes, they implemented server folders. That's going to be a big boon for people who are on a bunch of different servers. So you can just put 4 or 5 servers in a folder and not have to worry about having a whole list up along left hand side of your screen.
I didn't know you could do that. That's amazing. I'll have to fiddle with it then, because right
Yeah.
now the way how I see them is like I've ranked it based upon most used servers.
Well, Mr. Monopoly, I see you bouncing around the server in here. You know you know what room needs more attention from you? You know. Get on it. Because while I do enjoy the midget waitress, she violates the rules of the room.
The heck are you talking about?
I'm talking about the not safe for work room.
Oh, is that the Pocahontas one? I muted that one. I'm like, nah.
Isn't that the one where you sent her to first? Like,
Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
I didn't realize that since I was in that room, it would send the invite link to that room.
Do I have access to that room? Because I post
Um,
tasteful pictures. You ever see me on Minions server or Weibo server or Pat server? They all have not safe for work. I always post like pictures of naked women, yeah, pictures of naked women, but usually facing away from you, and them kind of looking back over their shoulder, so you get a nice butt shot. That's about it. That's about as nasty as I get.
Who told me it was a reject? I think she's like, oh, I think it must have been like for the Minion servers. Like, oh, do you want access to not safe for work? And here thinking like, oh, it'll be like spice your memes or stuff like that. And, yeah, sure. What nudie room? I'm like, fuck's sake. I'm nothing against it. It's just it's not my cup of tea. It's do you kind of thing. It's just like, why naivety. I am number one. It's like, of course, there's gonna be a room.
There are people who post in this room where they post stuff that's really explicit. I mean, pornographic kind of stuff. But what I try to do is if somebody posts something that's really almost offensive. Oh, hang on a second. I got a call coming in. Hold on, right back.
so I posted. I took Scribe's meme and posted it to my Facebook, and it has not been well received.
which one was it?
The one with Trump and Clinton doing the fusion dance.
Oh. I thought you might have been.
Upset?
Thought you might have posted one of the fry bread ones. The one. I don't know. Can I share mine? Let me see. This is a. If you guys look at the Discord screen, this is my favorite one you've posted in there so far, Johnny.
I'm trying to.
Oh no. Oh.
So yeah, I enjoy that one.
Oh, is there?
No, there's a way to have me share your screen.
I had it on a second ago. Screen share.
But yeah, it only showed in the bottom corner. I think
Ah,
you have to click on your picture. I think.
did not
Welcome
mean to
back.
do that. That was not cool.
But the walk to Oklahoma one.
Yeah, like that was another one of my favorite memes. The whole Elizabeth Warren DNA test. One guy posted, Democrats have been this mad at Indians since the last time Democrats were this mad at Indians, they had Andrew Jackson march them to Oklahoma. Because the Cherokee came out and says, like, yeah, she's not a part of our tribe.
Not even the whatever 240th% or whatever fit.
Yeah, I've noticed that number. It changes depending on who, whether they like Warren or not. Like if they like her, or they say she's like 200 something. If they don't like her, she's like 1024th.
Oh, I haven't heard that number. That's new. That's funny. I think like at one point there was a scandal here that Justin Bieber was claiming to be First Nations or having I have no idea if this is true. And people were like, oh, during the time when he was acting like a real D-bag back in the day, it's like, oh, it's like, you're just scamming the system in Ontario, or I'm like,
Okay, I think Mr. Monopoly completely missed what I was saying. Because now he's posting Chinese memes in the meme room. That's not what not what I was looking for, dude. It's like I've got plenty of nudie pictures on my computer. I want to see what you guys have on your computers. And Sora's was like, I'm just gonna sit here and hum because I don't want to talk about this.
I'm like, I don't know. Do I have anything in my phone? Well, not. Let's see. Like before anyone gets any ideas.
Yeah, not the video section.
Exactly. I have a lot of very cute animal pictures.
Yeah, I went ahead and I posted. I posted 2 pictures in there, and one was for the redheads, and one was for the Australians. So. Now that I think about it, again, Johnny, we're gonna have to start searching out like hot naked Indian chicks.
Well, if they're anything like I've seen lately, then it's gonna take a lot of searching.
Well, now see, man, you gotta find them younger, like 18 to 25ish. Because I mean, once you start getting past that 25-year mark, at least with Choctaw women, it starts going downhill.
Yeah, it's yeah.
We're talking casino Indians, not 7-Eleven Indians, Mr. Monopoly. Now, there's nothing wrong with those, but
I love that. That's my new favorite. 7-Eleven versus casino. That's slightly more offensive than the dot or cheddar. That's fantastic.
Well, we've got both here actually. They don't necessarily own 7-Elevens here, But I mean, there's some that they own like convenience stores and hotels mainly. So, but yeah, it's getting to the point where now where when I say like Indian, people are like, wait, do you mean? It's like no. This is Oklahoma. It means one thing here.
Yeah.
Well, just in case, maybe
It is
maybe
Indian
more
territory.
confused.
You know, you have Indians, and then you have people from India. So,
Yeah, I have a
Johnny, are you seeing this in chat? Mr. Monopoly saying if you Google Indian women, you get Indians.
that is
Google is trying to erase our cultural heritage here. Those racists.
Share
I
that
guess-
on Twitter,
I
and
guess
you'll
you,
start a
I guess you
movement.
need to. I guess you need to put like indigenous.
it's the
in
same
there.
with DuckDuckGo too.
Oh, well, I guess there is a billion of them, so.
What do you guys in the States? I think I've asked you before. I never remember. Do you say like First Nations, like we do here, or is it Aboriginals, or?
Generally, when I
Just-
hear people talking about it, they say like native,
Mm.
which I guess if you want to be, like correct and all, just go by the tribe, which there are a ton of them. So you got to do it like individually. Yeah, that's what I go with, Mr. Monopoly. I just say engines. But because my dad raised me on John Wayne movies, so McClintock, good party, no whiskey, we go now. Love that movie, but no, a lot of people I hear they say native, like indigenous has started kind of taking a hold because they're trying to replace Columbus Day with like Indigenous Peoples Day. It's like, yeah, he was a shitbag, but you know what? Pretty sure that we wouldn't have all this if he didn't, stop off in the Caribbean.
I mean, I don't even know. Like, yeah, you won't have any. I would really be interested to read like an alternative history, like about something like what if the New World was never discovered? Like North America, the North American continent. Like, what would have happened?
That's a good question, and I'll get right to that. I have one more complaint,
Uh-oh.
Mr. Monopoly. While I do appreciate you looking for these pictures, they still violate the rules, man. There's one rule in the description: nobody wears pants in this teepee. And I'm seeing. Well, I mean that's dress. That's dress.
Oh, she's very pretty.
That chick is very pretty, but she's wearing pants.
And I think number 1, 2, 3, 4. She kind of looks like Marco.
And the second one from the bottom, that is a white chick
Yeah.
standing in front of a green screen.
But the first one, the one who's sitting down, she's very pretty.
She is, but she's wearing pants.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found a ranker list.
And I'm pretty sure that one at the very end, I'm pretty sure that's Asian. That is not a native chick. Although I ain't mad at her.
I found a ranker list
Okay.
of the hottest 30 hottest women of Native American descent.
You have my attention, sir.
All right. And we'll start with number.
That's because we walked over here from Asia, Mr. Monopoly.
They came over the bridge before
The Bering Land Bridge.
Yeah, the land bridge, and then evolution split them up. So you have the Inuits, and then then they went down south. So you broke up in different peoples, and then how they changed.
Well, what I think is really interesting is like if you ever listen to like Dan Carlin's Hardcore History, he's got this really great series on the Mongols
Mm.
and Genghis Khan and all of his descendants. And what I thought was interesting was a lot of the same. There's a lot of similarities between like the Mongols and like the native peoples. Pre. Well, I mean, not pre, but I mean, like during the whole Western colonization of North America.
Yeah.
Really good on horseback. Good archers, hunter gatherer. But also real problem with alcoholism. I'm trying to remember which one of his I think it was his son that took over for him after he died. It wasn't Kublai Khan. That was like his grandson. Shit, I can't remember his name now. But like they said, you can only have one drink a day because they had this mixture that they would use, like their some kind of alcohol that they produced, and they'd mix it with like their horse's blood
Oh,
or milk, their horse's milk, one of the two. Ogadai, that's very good, Mr. Monopoly. Somebody else is a Dan Carlin fan, but they said you can only have one cup a day to drink. So this motherfucker got like the Mongol version of a big gulp. Just a giant cup that he's like, hey, you said one, you didn't say what size, bitch.
And that's why he's the leader.
And that's why he's dead, because pretty sure he drank himself to death.
Probably. But speaking of Mongols and Huns and all those sort of that kind of the people of the Asias coming into Europe, right? You to this day you can see certain features that are in like Hungarian people in that sort of part of the world where they actually settled for a while before they got kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has a good friend who is Hungarian, well, half Romanian, half Hungarian, but like no Asiatic, like other like Asian ancestor in her like immediate history, and she has the features as if she could have been Eurasian, but it's not. It's a common genetic trait. Very cool.
Yeah. What I thought was interesting is like because he brought up like was it like 20% of the population in that area around Mongolia has like a direct line to Genghis Khan through like father to son DNA.
God, he was very busy man.
He killed a lot of folks. Yeah.
Had a lot of babies.
But like he went from pretty much all the way from Mongolia, China, and he worked his way through the Middle East all the way to like Poland. That's how far the Mongol Empire stretched before it finally collapsed.
Yes, they are called Magyars, and Mr. Monopoly, the Hungarians.
So let's see, number 29.
Yeah, the MAGY Magyar. That's the Hungarian people.
Because when you do a list of 30, you start with 29.
To answer Miss Monopoly's question, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she would be like Pacific Islander.
Yeah, it says Samoan and German and European.
Yeah, because they always, I love those questions whenever you get like a new job or you go to apply for some kind of government aid or anything like that. They always ask you, are you a native Native American, Alaskan, or Pacific Islander? It's like there are thousands of miles in between and an ocean to boot between Native Americans and Pacific Islanders. Why are we all getting lumped in this same one? Is she
Makes-
wearing pants in those pictures, Mr. Monopoly? What are we talking here?
If she's wearing a skirt, you're fine. There's no.
Sora?
Yes.
Okay, you cut out there for a second. Like, if she's wearing a skirt, you're fine. Then just nothing.
Oh, sorry about that. I think I might have covered my mic, or it's the hotel wife.
Yeah, hotel Wi-Fi is.
You know what? Bikini, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
I am trying just to add a bit of girly for 2 seconds. I'm just about to like break a mirror because I'm trying to even out my eye makeup for this stupid event, and it's all wonky, and I want to. Someone needs to be punched.
That's 7 years bad luck.
I know, and also who knows how much they'll make me pay for it, but still, just like it's freaking eyeshadow. How can you be fine on one eye and the other baby put it on?
Looking like Jackson Pollock over there.
Yeah. About to call it quits and go to bed.
But I kind of wish Tulsi would win. I'm not crazy about her policies or anything. I like the anti-war stuff. But wouldn't it be nice to have a hot president?
Yeah.
I mean, where was that one? Like I would see pictures of this one floating around. I want to say she was like the president of like Croatia. Smoking hot blonde chick, just like, wow. Like, I wanted to immigrate to Croatia. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, but they also have Croatians tend to be quite good looking, so it's the people as well.
I mean, we're talking like smack your wife in the mouth hot. That's how good she was looking to me anyway.
Are we talking? Let's see. This one.
I want to say it was Croatia. I could be wrong. It's one of those European countries that nobody ever thinks about. Which I know that doesn't really narrow down the list, but
Holy
Yep.
moly, she's got a back problem.
that is the one.
Sort of. Check out the back problems on that one.
Well done. That's some good genetics right there. Well, I like if you go the pic where it's a one color bikini, her waving, and then the blue bikini. That's a nice cleavage. I appreciate that. That's a bikini that gives nice cleavage. That's hard to find.
But
Yeah,
I saw pictures of her like that, and
Are you okay?
yeah, one of the cats is in here, and I think she's tired of being. Oh, she's caught. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Oh no, kitty.
Hey, welcome back, Fugi.
Hello.
No, there was someone tweeted a thing of AOC talking about how she doesn't like, Joe Biden's touchy-feely stuff, and she's like, who? And the guy's like, who's offended by this? AOC is even offended, and I go, do you know who else doesn't like Joe Biden's creepiness? Everyone. Why do you think he's called Creepy Joe Biden?
Did you like? I responded to that.
Yeah, there was a cat sunning herself in the window and got one of her claws stuck in the curtain.
Oh, poor baby.
Now, I heard something about offended and creepy Joe Biden.
Well, I tweeted someone's thing. Holy crap, it's a hell of a storm outside.
Yeah, we had one a couple days ago.
But let's see. Yeah, my tweet was, you know who is? Let's see. You know who else is creeped out by Joe Biden? I go, everyone. Why else would we call him creepy Uncle Joe? And so is Bad Touch Biden.
Bad touch Biden. Oh man. Yes, I'm a member of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, Mr. Monopoly. We are one of the 5 civilized tribes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because
what
the rest of them are savages. No, actually, the 5 tribes. Let's see. There's a Choctaw, Cherokee, Chickasaw. Crap. What are the other 2? They're not important right now. Anyway, there's 5 of the tribes that were like in the southeastern U.S., like Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee. I don't think Mohawk's in there, Miss Monopoly, but they were in that area, and they actually started taking on aspects of Western civilization quicker than other tribes. Like the first written language for tribal people in the U.S. was the Cherokee. Sequoia, he came up with their written language after being exposed to. Now the Iroquois, they're up in the they're in the Midwest. It was like Ohio area. Choctaw is a Muskogean language, which that's another name for the Creek, is the Muskogee tribe. So, but like one of the things I like to point out to people is like the Choctaw. We were actually code talkers in World War I. And nobody ever gives the tribe credit for that because everyone thinks about the Navajo in World War II. Oh, that's right. The Iroquois and Iroquois. Who am I thinking of that were in like Ohio? In that area.
I unfortunately don't know.
Well, I'm trying to go back to like, I think the last time we really had any kind of formal schooling about the different tribes and stuff would have been like Oklahoma history. And it's mainly dealing with the tribes, that came to Oklahoma.
Let's see, for what region?
I'm thinking of like the Midwest, like Ohio, Indiana.
Well, like there's the Miami and Shawnee.
Yeah.
And then
which I'm not mistaken, like some of those were relocated to Oklahoma as well.
yeah, and then Pawnee also.
Yep. So if I'm not mistaken, it's like 30. I want to say 37 tribes that are in Oklahoma. 37 federally recognized tribes.
Yeah, according
it could be a branch of their language, but I mean, once it's split off, it became kind of its own thing.
Yeah, and then
But
I am
that was one of the things like those tribes like in the southeast, they were known as mound builders. That's where they would bury their dead. Just look like a giant hill. And fun fact about the Choctaw: when they were getting sent to Oklahoma from Mississippi, that was a really big thing for their cultural traditions, because being sent west to them was kind of like being sent to hell, or well, not necessarily hell, but like when people died in the tribe, they thought that their spirit went west.
Oh,
So it's like being sent to the land of the dead,
oof.
being
That
sent to
must have been
Oklahoma.
horrifying.
Yeah, and I'm of a small tribal offshoot in Washington, Squaxin Island, and we speak Lushootseed, which is I played a sample.
Yeah, a lot of clicks.
It's very click click durky.
Do you have a written language? Or the tribe that they have?
They do have it written, and I'll be damned if I could even sound anything out. Like it is.
I think our local ones.
I'll play a sample real quick.
Sure.
Gwadzada at Sitak Shablu. As Gliat Tiba Swatufted. As Gliat Quitotlal Skalalitut. As Gliat Quichacha Shaksi Ab. Huigwadzel Bachub. As Quahwad Quad Ishan. As Oshabid Quad Ishan. As Tsak Totlal Bug Tsa. Chek will is Quadad. Chahwat Arcade Sula Yayus.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, thankfully my language is not nearly that weird. And Miss Bob says, "Wait, Johnny Hellcat, you aren't white?"
Yeah. To put that answer in basic.
I'm a mixed race entrepreneur, nigga.
Well,
like nothing I've ever heard before. Holy moly!
It really depends on the season, Mr. Monopoly.
Sounds like something out of Star Trek to me. It really does.
Like I'm pretty lucky with like Choctaw. Like I'm not fluent in it or anything, but growing up in the Choctaw Nation area of Oklahoma, you pick it up just by like going places. Because there are quite a few different places that are named with the Choctaw language. Like there's a very, very small town called Yanish, which is the Choctaw word for buffalo. And then you pick up other small things like like the name for dog is Ophi.
That's cute.
Which the one for cat is pretty lazy. It's a Cato. You just put instead of a C, you put a K and you put an O at the end of it.
Was that an original word, or was that something that was adopted?
I don't know. I didn't come up with it.
Get it?
I'm pretty sure it was
adopted. Get it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they adopted that. They because I'm trying to think of because that's for like a domestic like house cat. So I'm imagining they probably just like, oh yeah, okay, we'll just say something that sounds similar. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to hop off here because I'm about to have to get ready for work.
Yeah, we're starting pretty hard here, and I don't want to risk the surge.
Yeah. So.
Thank you for inviting me.
we actually talked about some Indian stuff on a powwow stream, Johnny.
Yeah. About damn time.
Sorry, I had to duck out there for a while. I was.
No worries, man. No worries.
I'm trying to upgrade my internet connection, and that was Comcast.
I would love to upgrade mine because my provider just started they've got some new packages, but I can't afford them. Like when I got this internet package I'm on right now, it was like the second fastest one they had for the download speed.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 105 down, 10 up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing to sneeze at. I was happy with it. Cost less than $80 a month, so I was like, cool. Now you can get 500 megs down. I was like, dude. But still only like the 10 up. I was like, all right, download speed, that's cool. But I mean, my 105 does me just fine. What if I want to upload some shit, man?
Yeah.
What if I want to learn, you know, like the OBS and start doing my own streams?
Well, 10's plenty if you're doing OBS. As long as you're over 3, you're pretty much set for OBS.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting. Like they keep jacking up the download speed, but they never touch the upload speed.
Yeah, that would be the same limitation I have for me. I have their blast service, so the specs are 10 up, 250 down. And for me, Comcast always gives me more than what they promise. So I actually get like 12 up and 270 down.
Nice.
And they do that on purpose, I think, at least in this area, is to keep people from complaining that, oh, I'm not getting what I'm paying for. Well, if they give you a little bit more than what you're paying for, really no skin off their back. And you can't complain that you're not getting 250 because you're getting 270. So even if you get less than 270, you're going all the way down to the 250 they promised. So it's kind of covering their own ass. But I wanted to get gigabit downstream from them, and they don't have a device that does everything I want. It has to have a 4-port switch in the back. It has to have VoIP because I'm going to move my phone over to it because I'm getting tired of Frontier's bullshit. Which they put, that's the thing. It has to be Wi-Fi. It has to be an all-in-one router combination unit. And they don't have anything that does all that. The only thing that comes close is the Motorola MT7711, but it does 896 down, not gigabit. And I was like, no, sorry, if I'm paying for gigabit, I want gigabit. So there's no device out there that does what I want. So I can't move to it yet. I'm not going to pay to move to it yet until there's something that supports all of it.
Is this something that doesn't exist on the market, period, or just through Comcast?
As far as I can tell, it does not exist on the market yet. I can't find anything.
That, man. That sounds like $1 million idea.
Yeah. I can't find anything. I checked Motorola, I checked Netscape, or not Netscape, Netgear. I looked into their Nighthawk series. They don't have something that does all of it. They have pieces, like they have a combo modem router with 4 ports, does VoIP, but doesn't do Wi-Fi. So I would have to buy a router to specifically do Wi-Fi, a router that would be on its own network. I said, I don't want to have 2 networks here. I want one network. It's just. I mean, I could set up. I could set it up so it would work properly, all that kind of stuff. But then you're buying 2 pieces of equipment. No. That's multiple failure points. One device does everything. So until that device exists, I'm not going to be able to get gigabit. It's not like I need it. Like I said, my upstream is the same, so it's not good. And I don't really run streams very much anymore. So I don't really need to get the gigabit, but it's something I've always wanted. So I'll wait. I'll wait until there's something that can do it.
Well, yeah, like they put out their like price sheet. My provider, they got to do that annually.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was, going to look up something online, and instead of my window popping up that I had typed in to the search bar, it popped that up first. I was like, fine, I'll look at this. And that's when I noticed, like, oh, you got 500 down? Cool.
Mm.
It's like, I'm not paying $230 a month for it, but that's cool.
Yeah, their price for a gigabit downstream, they supply the modem, you have to pay $13 more for the modem every month. That doesn't do everything. They're in the same quandary that I'm in. But for all of that, at least for my area, for gigabit downstream, $159 a month.
Nice.
That's pretty good price.
Well, I will talk to y'all later. It was good hanging out.
You too?
So, you guys take it easy. Chat, as always, been a pleasure. So,
And
later, guys.
And we will clock
See you,
out
Camel.
on this meme.
Bye, Camel.
All right, so yeah, I think we will cut this out. So.
Deep thoughts.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, usually classical art memes are the way to go. So, but yeah, so yeah, you guys, good talking to you. I will see you guys later.
Thank you
Okay,
so
man.
much for the chat.
Thanks for the invite.
All right, no problem. Thanks for stopping by.